Okay, look, if you're in the C-suite, leading IT, or managing compliance right now, consider this your wake-up call. Welcome to today's Explainer, where we're unpacking the secure AI deployment diaries, and we're zeroing in on a threat that's escalating faster than almost anything we've seen, the rise of shadow AI. We're going to bypass all the usual hype today and just look directly at the hard, structural reality of enterprise AI security. So, I want you to answer this honestly, just in your head. Do you know who is actually using AI in your company right now? You might have officially sanctioned tools, maybe some pilot programs running in specific departments, right? But what about everyone else? Because if you're relying on standard visibility, your actual adoption rate is almost certainly hidden from you. It's this massive, unauthorized layer of operations happening entirely under the radar. And here is the bottom line. Unmanaged AI actively threatens your enterprise data security. We are talking about some theoretical vulnerability just kind of knocking at the front door. These unauthorized tools already have the keys. They're on employee devices, they're baked into workflows, and they are literally processing your proprietary data as we speak. So strict governance isn't some future planning exercise anymore. It's a live incident response. To get this back under control, we need a really structured roadmap. So today we're hitting 4 things. First, the rise of shadow AI. Second, understanding those hidden risks. Third, securing your systems with H2H architecture. And finally, your executive action plan. Let's get right into it. Okay, let's dive into this. Part 1, the rise of shadow AI and uncovering the threat. What exactly are we dealing with here? Well, shadow AI is the unmanaged, decentralized, and often entirely unauthorized use of AI tools by employees within your enterprise network. And I really want to emphasize that word, decentralized. This isn't just one rogue department making a bad call. It's an individual-level phenomenon. It's honestly like the Wild West of SaaS signups out there. You've got employees who just want to be more productive, right? So they independently sign up for these AI services, they completely bypass IT, and without even meaning to, they accidentally create a structural disaster for the company. Moving on to part 2, let's really understand these hidden risks and where your enterprise is vulnerable. Now, you might be thinking, hey, we've dealt with this before, right? Like back during the old bring your own device era. But actually, scratch that. That was traditional shadow IT, basic software circumvention. Shadow AI is a completely different beast. We are dealing with complex, massive data leakage risks here. Think about it. When an employee uses an unauthorized AI tool, they are literally pasting your intellectual property, your financial models, your customer data directly into external servers to train third-party models. The stakes are just exponentially higher today than they were 10 years ago. Which really brings us to this definitive reality. And I want to quote this directly because it's absolutely crucial. Enterprise AI security and governance is no longer optional. It's an urgent mandate. For any compliance officers or legal teams checking out this explainer, this is your anchor. The sheer scale of data at risk right now means that turning the blind eye is a catastrophic liability. We literally have to move from passive observation to active governance, and we have to do it today. All right, part 3, securing with H2H architecture. This is your secure blueprint. And this brilliantly illustrates the path forward. Just take a look and compare your likely current state, which is unmanaged AI, where security is totally fragmented and governance basically doesn't exist, to the human-to-host or H2H secured AI architecture. With H2H actually in place, your security becomes centralized, governance is actively managed through verifiable protocols, and all these tools are safely integrated into your environment. It is quite literally the structural difference between total chaos and a controlled, safe deployment. So how do we get there? Transitioning your enterprise to the secure architecture happens in 3 distinct chronological steps. Step 1, you've got to audit current AI usage. You simply cannot secure what you cannot see, right? Step 2, establish clear rules and robust governance frameworks for the entire organization. And step 3, deploy that signature H2H architecture to physically enforce those rules right within your systems. Which brings us to our final section, part 4, your executive action plan. Clear steps for the C-suite. For the leaders taking charge today, here are your rapid-fire marching orders. 1. Prioritize enterprise AI security immediately. It absolutely needs its own dedicated strategy. 2. Establish those clear governance protocols. 3. Implement the H2H architecture view as your absolute foundation. And 4. Above all else, protect that enterprise data perimeter from unmanaged tools. I want to leave you with this final, really important thought to chew on as you review your internal systems today. Are you controlling AI, or is it controlling your data? Because the rise of shadow AI isn't waiting around for your next board meeting. It is happening right now. To make sure you stay ahead of the curve on this, be sure to subscribe to Secure AI Deployment Diaries. Thanks so much for joining me for this explainer, and stay secure out there.